You think you can handle the truth? You can't handle the truth. Seriously, though. You think you can handle the truth? Because I'm about to reveal to you what's in this computer right here are the secrets of what men would typically never, ever, ever in a bazillion years admit to a woman. I went onto Reddit and I found the posts of men talking to one another saying, what would you never admit to your girlfriend or your wife? And I took the top voted posts where most men agreed with these things. And because this is Attract Great Guys, where we reveal everything about what men are thinking and how to attract higher quality men, I'm going to throw the baby out with the bathwater. I don't think that's the saying. I'm going to pull back the curtain. I'm going to show you exactly what men would never admit to women. And if you like that idea, just hit the little thumbs up button. Let me know. I'd appreciate it. All right, let's jump into this first post, which was upvoted 5,000 times. Please don't downvote says that sex can be really intimidating. Like, what if we underperform? What if you don't enjoy it? It's already hard enough to get a woman interested and sexually attracted to the point where the idea of fooling around could occur. Sure would suck ass if you finally do it and A, you don't last long enough, or B, you don't perform well enough to keep her coming back. Maybe this is more of an exclusive insecurity, while 5,000 upvotes thinks that it's not that exclusive. So I doubt all men are like this, but that's what I tend to not tell women, that sex can be intimidating. So my friend, Caitlin V, she is a sex coach for men, and this is the most common thing that she sees. The men that she works with are high quality men. They have girlfriends, they have wives, and they struggle. They're intimidated. They either don't know how to please a woman or they're concerned with their performance. But just know that, pleasing a man is pretty simple. Most men aren't going to have too much of a difficult time to find pleasure in having sex with a woman. However, every woman is different, and a lot of guys don't know. So this is really true. A lot of guys are intimidated. We don't know exactly how to please you because you are totally different than every other woman, right? You have your own unique sets of needs. So it's just something to think about. If you're worried about your performance, just know that I don't care how confident or cocky a man is, he's always wondering, well, am I actually pleasing her? Am I really doing a great job? So this one I totally agree with. Upvoted 9,900 times. We like to be complimented more than we let on, even if we're shit at taking compliments. I mean, that's true for most men. Most men need verbal affirmations. They might seem all tough. I don't care what people think. I just want to make money. Whatever. Men are just as sensitive as women. I really like this next post that was upvoted 3,700 times. We will literally remember a genuine compliment for the rest of our lives. I bet you everyone's like that. I bet you it's like those genuine compliments that stick with you. I still remember a compliment. I had the coolest boss once, and he wrote me a birthday card. And he wrote, Jason, you are the most, and he just inserted like 3 adjectives. He just said like you're hardworking, you're caring, and you're committed and you're loyal. It was like 3 words, and it was so meaningful. It was like a genuine compliment. It wasn't just like, hey, happy birthday, great job, man. You're doing great. It was just very personal to me. And it still sticks with me today, just how, and I try to write cards like that now because it really hits deep. All right, this one has 3,300 votes. Apparently, men on Reddit swear a lot. We're afraid that you'll find somebody more capable than us. And then he's giving advice here. Ladies, if you're on here, tell your man that he is good enough. Tell him he looks sexy. Take a lot of these comments to heart. We'll never actually say this stuff to your face. We risk too much of our dignity in doing so. I can't imagine a guy saying, I just need more words of affirmation from you. Most men are not going to ask for that. So just know that your compliments, look at thousands of men here are agreeing with them that they want nice words and verbal affirmation. Look at this. Cornbread J.O. just said this 1,000,000 times over. I think a lot of men, including myself, have a lot of insecurities that aren't addressed. It's a universal thing, but a lot of people don't really understand that. A lot of the time, it's hard to communicate these insecurities. So true. Every person has insecurities, every single person. And as a man, it's really hard to admit those things and to publicly come out with any of your insecurities because we're judged by it. 100% strength and 100% confidence is what typically get men ahead in life. So being vulnerable is a hard thing. So I really agree with that. It's this negative cycle. The more that we try to ignore these insecurities, the harder it gets to communicate about them. This is just really interesting because it's true. Chai tea with milk. I like chai tea with milk. 2,900 points. How we feel about our bodies, whether we're too fat or too skinny. This guy has said, I've been extremely fit, I've been overweight, and I want to say I feel fat. Can you help me get to the gym? But for some reason, we don't ask for help. Yeah, listen, men have body image issues in the same way that women have body image issues. Every man wants to be more muscular, more youthful looking, taller, have better feature, whatever. Everyone wants to appear healthier and appear more attractive to the opposite sex. And everyone is wondering, am I really attractive enough? I don't care how beautiful you are. I don't care if you're a male or female model. Everyone has a certain level of insecurity because there's always someone more attractive than you. And so, the comparison game is tough. That's why it's so important to really just focus on doing your best. And I try the most that I can to compete with myself versus other people because, I don't have Jason Momoa genetics. You think I wanted to get on this video with a shaved head? I have glorious hair. I like my hair. But, it's COVID time and we're socially distancing. And heck, if you judge me for it, if you stop watching this channel because I shaved my head, goodbye.
Bye, Felicia.
Go somewhere else. This actually feels really cool. 3,700 upvotes. Sometimes guys seem rude because they know niceties will seem like flirting, which takes on new meaning when instead of inviting unwanted attention, which is shitty to be fair, the concern is being labeled a creep. And conversely, a guy will also seem insistent and weird if he thinks he's perceived as a threat and he wants to put that person at ease. This is a great example. Listen, we could be weird. Men can be super weird and awkward. I can't tell you how many awkward experiences that I've had because I was afraid and overly concerned. If you're an overly sensitive, empathetic man and you feel like a woman feels creeped out by you or you're given a creep vibe, that's like the worst thing in the world to feel. And you might try to overcompensate, to build more rapport. And how is that going to come off to the girl who thinks you're creepy, right? Obviously not great. So it happens. And that doesn't mean that a guy isn't a great guy. It doesn't mean that, creepy guys could be good guys that are acting creepies and good guys could be super creepy. That's why sometimes judging people just by the cover or how they look at first is not always a great idea. You just don't know someone until you really get to know them. This is really true. Oh, this is a good one. How soul-crushingly alone we really are when we meet you. I genuinely think it's been years since anyone aside from my parents seemed to care about me. I was literally told today, we were so worried for the longest time that we were going to get a call that you had killed yourself. I genuinely thought I was fine. This just goes to show you a lot of men out there have not had a true deep connection. I don't care how many women they've dated. And there's an opportunity there. There's an opportunity to really see a man and see his heart and realize that, behind, even if he was a player, behind that facade, it's just a child. We all have like an inner child inside of us that just wants to be, connected and wants to feel part of a family and wants to feel loved and cared for. So, it's hard living. It's hard being a woman. It's hard being a man. Life is not easy. Once you stop judging other people and playing this game of who has it worse, listen, competing on who has it worse, it's just not going to help you. Here's one that you might not think of. 4,000 points, 4,000 votes here. How often we think of you and hope that you message or call so we don't look desperate when we reach out again. I think that, again, goes both ways. No one wants to feel desperate when they reach out, but when someone's not calling you, you're just like, man, when are they going to call me? One thing I didn't tell my girlfriend, or one thing I don't tell my girlfriend, I feel responsible for her safety and security at all times. It's a super irrational thing, and I'm not sure where that comes from, but I definitely don't choose to feel that way. It makes me paranoid and scared all the time. Sometimes she talks about whenever she's in a public situation, she has an escape plan. I don't have an escape plan. I have a save your life plan. I mean, that's the most terrifying thing that I as a man have experienced is the fear once I got married and I had children. The level of fear just intensified. I worry about my wife sometimes, if I'm ever out of town or if she's walking the dog around the block. I just, if she hasn't come back in 20 minutes or something, I'm thinking, is she okay? With my kids, everything is terrifying. It's like a new level of fear. I'm constantly, every single day, just trying to accept you don't have control. Let it go. You don't have control. But it's hard because when you care about something so much, That's when the real emotions, that's where the real stress comes from. When you care about something so much that you can't let it be free. You want to control it and keep it safe. And that's one of the hardest things with a relationship is that's not healthy. It's just you have to hold on to a relationship like you hold on to an egg. It's like not so hard that it cracks, but not so soft that you drop it. Just that like loose grip. If it's not meant to be, you have to open your hand out. You're not in control of everything. It's like trying to control everything is like walking this tightrope. You're so afraid to fall. I thought that these posts were great. It was helpful. I think it's helpful to reveal what men are thinking about that they don't want women to know. If you want to go deeper into this, I actually have a really cool community and a program called Inside the Male Mind. It brings you through the entire 4 phases of commitment that men have to go through in order to really feel committed to a woman. And we have a whole community that's going through and applying these actions of bringing a man in a relationship through to commitment. So if you want to check that out, there's a link in the description and there'll be a little button at the end of this video that you can click on. So thank you so much for watching, by the way. I know it's crazy times right now and you might be struggling, you might be thriving, but just know in life, there's a beginning, a middle, and an end. Everything comes and it goes. And so I encourage you to not miss out on today. I encourage you to do everything that you can. This is my inspirational message for you for today. Every moment that you have is a blessing. And ask yourself in this moment, is what I'm doing, is this moving me towards where ultimately I can provide the most amount of value to the world, or away in a place where maybe I'm going to more resentment or self-pity? And I challenge you to choose the actions that are going to really propel you forward today. It's easy to sit at home and watch Netflix. It's during this time when things, might slow down a bit that you can really focus on yourself and what's most important. So I challenge you with that in the comments. Let me know down below, what have you discovered is most important to you during this time of reflection, this time of change and of chaos? I would love to hear from you. Thank you again for watching. Be well.